In 2010, an estimated 22.5 million people with HIV were living in sub-Saharan Africa. This represented 68% of the global HIV burden. It is crucial to accelerate the development of new or improved interventions in order to alleviate the HIV burden. The research outcomes of the HIV vaccine immunogenicity studies, HIVIS, and the HIV vaccine trial capacity building in Tanzania and Mozambique, TaMoVac, currently represent one of the most promising and possibly the most advanced candidate HIV vaccine under a joint European and African development program.
In the TaMoVac, we have a two-component. We have a baseline epidemiological study, and also we have a clinical trial.
EDCTP support has allowed for the extension of HIVIS and the current funding of the TaMoVac 1 and TaMoVac 2 clinical trials.
The volunteers are given a free DNA vaccine at 0 months, 1 month, and 3 months, and then are boosted with 2 MVA. The vaccine is safe and well tolerated, and also it has a strong and potent immune response.
We are trying to see different doses. Instead of giving 5 injections, we can give 2 injections.
This is all about capacity building, because it would have not been possible to do those assays in our area.
Because there is networking, there is capacity building. It is obvious that we have networked with TaMoVac, AfriVac. Then capacity building, we are evident that we're PhD students. Then we also have the opportunity to share knowledge.
You have trained personnel, and it is costly to train somebody, but also it is cost to retain him or her.
Hadn't EDCTP been there with the ambition to create networks and require multiple partners, I wonder if we really would have come to this point.
The need to develop additional HIV prevention tools, especially those that women can use, is urgent. Therefore, microbicides are developed for topical application inside the vagina or rectum to prevent infection with HIV. However, trials with early generation microbicides turned up unexpected safety issues.
One of the cohort studies was co-funded by EDCTP, and importantly they put in a very much needed extra injection of funding, and that trial enrolled 9,385 women. It's actually the largest ever HIV prevention trial if you look at the number of endpoints, the number of HIV seroconversions that we saw in the trial. And it was a very vibrant network of African scientists who were each running their own clinical research centres. So what we did learn about gel was that it enabled women to talk to their partners about sex. Because they were taking part in research, they had a confidence that came with the knowledge of HIV, how it was transmitted, etc. So although when we unveiled the results, it was very disappointing to find that the gel had provided no extra chemical benefit of protecting against HIV, we absolutely knew this was the way to go with an HIV prevention tool.
The challenge in controlling the HIV epidemic requires continued treatment of those infected. upscaling of HIV prevention methods for transmission as well as acquisition. This calls for continued research efforts as well as prioritizing capacity building in terms of human resources, infrastructure, and sustainability.